welcome to News 6. I'm Ryan Zinn. Today's show is presented by Mr. Richard Richardson and Mrs. Ann Riedel's 6th grade class from Melmore Elementary, Melmore, Ohio. In our program, we'll show you what's happening in our community and our school. In our first story, Corey will bring us back to the past and show us how the settlers lived.
In 1830, John Downs built a log cabin along the Morrison Road. In 1968, Ed Valentine came to the rescue of this cabin and rebuilt it behind his home in Melmore. Corey Smith talked to Mrs. Valentine about life in the pioneer days.
Who built this log cabin?
A family by the name of Downs lived here, and they bought their land at the Delaware land sales and had a house, or ordered a house built typical of all the homes that were being built here in Seneca County at the time.
How did the family live?
Well, they used all primitive materials, and we have a lot of the things in our house that early settlers used, like the spinning wheel, or that they used to make all their thread, to weave garments into cloth, and to spin wool for knitting and crocheting and so forth. We have butter churns, we have apple peelers. We demonstrate all these different things, tools that we have, the use of them to groups who come to visit us so that they might gain a little bit of the history of our area.
What is the most unusual artifact?
Well, I think perhaps our Indian collection is the most unusual and probably the most valuable. And these artifacts were all used by Indians here in our county.
Where did you get most of the artifacts?
A few of the things we purchased, but most of the things have been given to us by interested people.
Can you visit?
People can visit our cabin anytime just by contacting us and making an appointment. However, we do have a lot of drop-ins, but we do prefer that people call first and make an appointment.
As we come back into the future, technology is important. And Melmore has one business which uses technology to keep the environment safe. Derek has the story.
In June 1979, Aquatech came to Melmore, Ohio. Aquatech is a biological laboratory for testing water and is chartered in the state of Ohio. Services are provided for over 200 industries with 3 laboratories for biological, microbiological, and organic testing. Philip Thompson talked to Kathy Stirring about this interesting facility.
What is Aquatech?
Aquatech Environmental Consultants Incorporated is an analytical laboratory located in Melmore, Ohio. We are a subsidiary of Floyd Brown Associates located in Marion, Ohio.
Who does Aquatech serve?
Aquatech serves industries, private citizens, water and wastewater treatment plants all over the state of Ohio.
What are some services that you do?
Aquatech provides chemical, microbiological, bioassay, and organic services.
How many employees do you have?
At the present time, we have 15 employees, 9 employees at Aquatech in Melmore, and 5 employees at the Marion branch.
When did Aquatech start?
Aquatech was originated 5 years ago by Dr. Bayless Prater, who is now the president of the company. Then approximately 3 years ago, we merged with Floyd Brown Associates in Marion, Ohio. We expanded the company with adding the section of the inorganics.
Our school's water is tested by Aquatech Environmental Consultants, and now we know how they do it. In our next story, an area collector shows us his treasures. Tony will give us the story.
Mr. Leo Feller has an interesting collection of antique signs, automobile memorabilia, and miniature cars. Mr. Feller not only collects and restores these items, but has a mail-order business and is starting a museum. Mr. Feller started collecting antique cars, but now specializes in memorabilia of the 30s. Mrs. Feller also collects the antiques, but she specializes in dolls. and is an antique dealer in the United States. The Fellers' home is full of beautiful antiques, but there's a lot more in the three-car garage behind their house. Some of the classmates enjoyed the antiques, especially the dollhouse. As always, after our field trip, we must return to school. A special program is waiting for us. Tamara has the details.
Our program is called RAW, or Reading at Home. The Reading at Home project was started by our reading teacher, Mrs. Nancy Evans. Ren Splisky talked to Mrs. Evans about the special program.
What is Reading at Home?
Reading at Home is a project that we do during Book Week at Melmore School. Reading at Home we call RAW. The R is for reading, the A is for at, and H is for home. At home, the children read and their parents read. It doesn't have to be at the same time. They could be reading at different times, but they promise to read for a half an hour each night.
How did it get started?
Oh, about 5 years ago, I went to a reading meeting, and someone from Cleveland was telling that they did this at their school, and so I was a big copycat and came back and started the program at Melmore School.
Why is a contract given to the parents?
A contract's given to the parents because it helps them remember that they've promised to read at home with their children, and it is used to put on the refrigerator. And so everybody sees the refrigerator because everybody's in the refrigerator all the time, and so they remember to read at home.
What happens when the program is finished?
When the program is finished, then badges are given to the children and certificates are given to the families. I think the Reading at Home, or RAW project, is an effective program because the children really like it, and every year more and more families enroll to participate in the project.
The sixth graders like this project very much and enjoy reading with their parents. Another program in our school involves competition among the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. Ryan tells us about it.
Every year, our school's 4th, 5th, and 6th grades participate in a table tennis tournament. During the noon hour this year, 74 students will compete against each other until the top 2 students from each grade are left and their parents are invited to the finals. All the trophies are donated by our principal, Mr. Richardson. This event has been at Melmore School for 11 years. Our best players practiced for the new 6 cameras. Thank you for joining us. Be here next week when 6th graders from Riverdale Elementary in Mount Blanchard, Ohio will present News 6. Have a nice week.